Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Modern Business News Stories from the free AI Super Campus. I am Mike Hayes. I'm one of the instructors here for the AI Super Campus, and we have some really big updates today, as we always do, because we are a news organization about modern business news, and things are changing so much in the era of AI. They're changing faster than ever, and we are here to help you to stay current and keep an eye on things of how they're changing. It's pretty wild ride. I go to an awful lot of meetings every day. I just attended a great meeting. We have a morning mastermind meeting. I'm going to talk about the great discovery, but the great discovery here is all about you. That's what we really want to concentrate on, is helping you to understand how to get what the view from the top is. We want to take you from wherever you are all the way up to the penthouse with a great new view of the future of your life, of really everything. And we work with the modern masters, the modern leaders, at the top of their game. And I always have, just so you understand, this is a certificate from the Modern Olympics that I covered as a broadcaster, thanking me for the coverage. This is an article about me in Sports Illustrated, all about working with teams. And that's what we really want to concentrate on, is the news team of the modern business news storytelling platform. What does that mean? Okay, one, we want to promote you every day for free in our drop-in course recording class. And I teach a course about how to record classes live to make the best use of your time with drop-ins, because it's all about what I'm doing is introducing people to give them free publicity on our YouTube channel, which we promote on Patch News Media, LinkedIn, Facebook, Nextdoor. We really promote it all over the place. And we have Stephanie Maroney, who's just joining me, and I'm going to welcome Stephanie in, and as soon as I can, there we go. So I'm going to stop sharing for a minute to welcome Stephanie, and we'll chat with her for a minute. So let me stop share. Good morning. How are
Hi,
you?
good. How are you?
I'm amazing. I'm not kidding you. I have got some stuff that is blowing my mind.
Oh, let me get a pen. Tell me.
Now, this is what it's all about, guys. We're starting here with our daily coffee. We're disorganized and happy to do that. So, what we want to do is we want to welcome you here today. We want to have a greeting meeting and introduce you to my friend Stephanie Maroney, and all about, and we'll talk to Stephanie, and I'll tell you about her story. But one of the things I'm doing, I really am creating a whole new approach that I'm really excited about. I think it's going to be extremely powerful for everybody to grow this group, for everything we're doing, and really concentrate on what is happening in the world of business. So I'm going to do a quick share here and kind of give Stephanie the update, because things are definitely in advancement, I would say, in progress. So I've started modern business news stories that come from the AI Super Campus, because modern business, like Stephanie is a modern business leader, thought leader, okay? And that is really what it is all about, is telling stories, sharing stories, updating people. So what I've created, and this is exciting for me, is join our story sharing daily news. Now, what does news mean here? News means new events with stories, NEWS. Team means technology, education, AI, media, and monetization. Okay. So that's basically what this is really all about. So whenever Stephanie has an event, and it could be inviting people to an event right here, it could be her own event. Whatever event you are doing, that's what we want to do here, is help people understand that by coming here, they can learn how to promote their event on Patch Media. Now, I've just done a couple things. I'm really getting it organized into a step-by-step procedure First thing in the morning, I go ask for help because every day I need help. So who do I ask? I ask my favorite AI bots for help. And that's the way to look at it. It's just really go to them and whatever's on your mind, whatever's bugging you, and I've got my notes over here, I want to stay organized. You can ask your favorite bot, and I'm going to be posting everything here for you, everybody, about Perplexity, Claude, Chat GPT. So then what I do is I take what I put in and I ask for help. Help me do this, help me do that. Then I take that out and I ask it to create an ad for Patch for me. And then I post that ad in Patch News. And we're going to talk about Stephanie, we're going to talk about Patch News, and we're going to talk about the new era of AI. I had a really amazing meeting yesterday that I'm going to share with Stephanie real quick, and then we'll introduce her. I met in Lafayette, and this was a great meeting. Let me grab a quick picture. Sorry, guys, but this is fun.
Do it.
Okay, yesterday I went over and I had a great meeting at the Lafayette Historical Society, and I am going to interview the president of the society this afternoon. Because what I really wanted to do, to help people to understand where we are, is to go back in time about the evolution of communication. Not even modern communication, but communication in general. So Lafayette was one of the homes to the Pony Express. And actually, Lafayette got its name because it needed a post office. And it turned out one of the people involved had something to do with Lafayette. So somehow when they needed a post office to get mail, that's kind of how the name Lafayette first evolved. So what we did is we talked about the evolution of communication from the post office, the Pony Express, telegram, communicating by telegram, by radio, by television, by social media, by the Lafayette Theater, and all the evolution of communication. Because whenever you're trying to help somebody learn something, it's important to be able to compare it to something else that they already know. And as she agreed with me, AI is not something to be feared. It's new. So anything new is you want to learn about it. And what we talked about, it's the next step of the modern communication, or in this case, I think revolution about communication. So that being said, that set the stage of where we are as we evolve into the revolution of AI is media, and that today you can afford to think bigger and grow richer with AI. Boom. That's kind of the overview. That's some of the things that I'm working on. Before I take off to Oxford University with my friend Nakul Thomas, we're flying over together. Going to be presenting to 52 EMBAs who were involved in really the development of the most sustainable city in Europe, named Espoo, Finland. We're going to come back with whatever we learn. And we want to try and turn Lafayette, California into a hub of AI, because I'm going to create a hub online about AI. And I believe with all the other people involved, that will just resonate out to the community over time until they begin slowly to really understand it. So that being said, let's get into our current communication vehicle, and that is Zoom. And I'm talking with my friend Stephanie Maroney, who is a former resident of Lafayette who has now moved to the beautiful city behind her of Benicia, California. And she is a user of Patch, and that's actually how we met. And I'm going to be sharing more about that. So first of all, this is our greeting meeting. So Stephanie, why don't we have you talk a little bit about your history? Because now your history involves not only Lafayette and Benicia, how we met, about our morning meetings, our get-togethers. Why don't you help me communicate to people who are new to this meeting a little bit about what you are learning, because we're all here with both our student hats on and our teaching hats on. I'm a student of Stephanie's about Benicia real estate. She is a student of mine about modern media marketing news and what we can do together. That being said, let's wake up together here before we start a day, Stephanie. Now, you've had a couple of days off. I don't know if you played golf or whatever you did, but just kind of catch us up if you would.
Sure. Yeah. I belong to Contra Costa Country Club, so I'm over there near DVC all the time. I'm all over the Bay Area selling real estate and playing golf. Yesterday was my golf day, golf tournament. I didn't advance, so I'm here with Mike today, licking my wounds. No, I'm just kidding. I just didn't play that well. It wasn't my day, but it's good because I have a lot of work to do. But having lived in Lafayette for 18, almost 20 years, and now have lived in Benicia for about 6, two of my favorite cities on the planet. I've traveled a lot, and I've learned a ton with Mike so far. I'm so happy that he found me on Patch, and I'm learning all about all the different new vehicles and ways to post and tell my story, and using AI here and there. I'm building my confidence more and more, and this is really the place to do it. It's a really unintimidating platform to come and learn, ask your questions, and I'm here for the long term to just try to figure this whole thing out because it's growing, it's not going away, and the sooner we learn about it and embrace it, the better. So we'll be better for it.
Yeah, no, let me make you jealous, okay? If you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Okay. Now, right behind me, this is an article about me in Sports Illustrated. And what this is about all of the teams and the places that I traveled for NBC Sports. Now, this picture was taken at the Masters tournament, right under the leaderboard, Augusta National, where I got to play Augusta National on press day on Monday, which is dream come
That's
true,
amazing.
right? For
Oh yeah.
Any golfer. So here I am playing with the world's, it's kind of embarrassing, the world's greatest golfers, right? And then it goes from here to Monday press day, and the quality of the competition took a deep dive. But anyway, that's just a little bit about me and my decades of media marketing and following the evolution of media. And I'm basically semi-retired. And I do this out of passion. I'll be honest with you. I've got to do something. My wife is in Sydney, Australia, because she's an international flight attendant, and so she is flying off. So what am I supposed to do while she's gone and stay out of trouble, right?
Go play golf.
So this is what I do. This is how I start my day. Focuses my mind, and I'll be totally honest with you. Of my 40 years in media marketing, I am literally having the most fun. I'm getting the most done. For me, I am unraveling the mystery for me of how good can life get in AI, with the world of AI. We don't know yet, but that's what we want to find out. And that's what we want to concentrate on, is really focusing on the positive sides. There are negative sides, but we believe that the best defense against the negative sides is an offense of learning about it, using it, keeping it positive, putting it to work, and reporting it to our Congress people as it needs to be regulated, etc. So let's talk a little bit about, now you had either a small event at your home or one coming up. Tell me a little bit about, because what I'm going to do, and for you, this for your edification too, I'm going to be concentrating on helping people promote their events, whatever their event is, how to post them on Patch, how to promote them out. And I'm going to be talking about them. So when they slug their event with news, then I'll know that that's an event that I want to talk about on the YouTube channel. So I will go to Patch. I will look and see what events are posted there. And now I'm going to broadcast that out onto YouTube and all of the other places that we can promote it to. So tell me a little bit about, did you have your event? Is it coming up?
Yeah, I have it actually. Excuse me. I have it May through October, and it's one Thursday of every month. Last year I did it the third Thursday, but we had some inclement weather. Venetia's right here on the waterfront, so we really had the weather play around with us a couple times. So I decided to do a little bit more on the fly, weather dependent. I have been able to successfully have one Thursday of every month since May, and I have 2 left, September and October. But I do need people's email address to inform them of that date. So I have yours, and I included you on the invite. And anytime I meet somebody, I put them on the invite. But I need the invite. I need the email to be able to go ahead and say, okay, we're doing it. We're going to carpe diem. We're going to, it's Monday. We're going to go ahead and have it this Thursday because the forecast is great. So it's not quite as easy to post it. I thought about posting it on Patch, but I guess I could do it the Monday of and say this Thursday, right? Something like that would work.
Yeah, well, let's work on that and make that kind of a poster child. I want to help you to promote that, okay? And so
Thank you.
we'll figure it out together.
Yeah.
Now this is interesting, just so you know, because it's all part of learning Patch today. So one thing I found out today for the very first time, I've been posting a lot on Patch.
Yeah.
But
Yep.
I finally got a notification saying, "Hey, you posted too much."
Oh, really?
And just like, wait a minute, or just give us a break here or whatever. And that was posting a classified. So I thought, oh, I wonder if that will happen if I post an event. So trial and error. I went over from posting a classified to posting an event. It took it. So that was great. So this is part of the learning curve because I really, really, really want to be a big proponent, fan, promoter of Patch for a lot of reasons. Okay, it's all good stuff, and that's what I promote about modern business news is what is the good stuff? What really can you get traction with? Because one of the hardest things is getting traction with any new thing, getting it started. Okay, and I got to tell you, from A to Z so far, with no company's perfect, obviously, but what I looked at was their heart and soul. And I've interviewed the president of Patch, and they really want to support hyper local news, and they have legitimate journalists doing it. So they're in a very good place. Stephanie and I believe that a community about Patch will be really helpful for everybody around Patch, including Patch, and creating more awareness about Patch, how it works, sharing stories about what to do and why, and what we can learn from it and how we can make it better. And how, because you can do almost anything. You can tell stories, you can post stories, you can write stories. And so I'm going to use it as one of the platforms among many, but that's one of the things I'm going to concentrate on. So let's talk about over time your events. I have so much going on in my brain right now because I'm working so many different levels in the evolution of business. And like I say, going back to the Historical Society was so much fun. What is the evolution of business? Because it's just more of the evolution. It's just things continue to change. And as you stay current with my great discovery that AI is media to help people understand it, I think is really important. So I'm going to do another screen share because I want to show you and everybody more about how I'm going to do things differently. And this will help you to understand it. So this is a little, do you have any questions? Raise your hand. In fact, that'd be a cool thing to do, is just go to reactions, and anytime, just raise your virtual hand or your hand to interrupt me at any time. So anyway, this is a graphic. Actually, it's 2 graphics that I combined in Keynote. The first one on the left, and then I created the second one, all about modern business news, where news means new events with stories. And I want to show you guys a couple of things, how I am changing up this website, which is the AISuper Campus, because I have added modern business news. Now, modern business news, this is where I'm going to post the stories chronologically. So I was posting a bunch of stories on the AISuper Campus, so many that I think it was just confusing for people. So I wanted to, because I create so much content. So I'm a news person. Things are changing really fast. The best thing I can do is keep people current. So that's why I created the news site. And just like every day, I've been posting the latest news. And like, this is the story in the course from September 10th. Today's September 11th, this is September 9th, this is September 8th, this is September 7th. So I'm going to be promoting these chronologically here on Modern Business News every day. And then So it'll keep it more clear for people of news and events, and how do you get to the penthouse at the top of the high rise from wherever you are starting. So how can you get the world view? And that's what we want to do is take people up there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to be moving a lot of the courses from the AI Super Campus over here to, whoops, I don't know what happened to that. Wrong, bad link. But over here to the Great Discovery, and I will fix that link so that I'll be hosting them there. And so that's kind of a little overview of some of the things I'm working on. I want to get this all done before I go to Oxford, because basically at a real corporate level, what people really like are decks. They like simple stories and clear, and we've got the perfect way to do it with Gamma, which I am teaching how people can create stories. They could be stories about houses. They could be stories about events. They could be stories about Benicia. They could be stories from the Benicia beach. They could be all kinds of stories. They could be stories about uh, how business is changing. And a lot of it. One of the things that one of the professors at Oxford talks about is the future of remote work and how people are working more at home. And of course, what a beautiful place to work at home than Benicia. So now, do you work at home? Do you have a local office in Benicia? I mean, when I came over to visit you, you were kind enough to host us right in your home. So
Yeah, I do. We we have a nice office downtown, but you saw where I work. It's kind of
yeah,
like, and there are a few agents. If I need help or I need to print something out or make brochures or something, I'll go downtown. But I'm just more efficient here and productive, not having a bunch of agents, Gavin and stuff. So
yeah.
I was there yesterday for, in the late afternoon for a meeting, So I popped down there, but yeah, it's kind of nice
Okay.
working here.
Now, let me do a little coaching here, guys. And that's this, is that one of my mentors is Bob Proctor, who was in the documentary, The Secret, and he's pretty much a legendary speaker. He is now passed. He died at age 96, still working. I mean, really, what an
Wow.
amazing
Hmm.
role model. But one of the things he talked to me about was that the only thing you need for a great testimonial is somebody talking about you who is not you. So
Hmm.
let me talk about Stephanie because I have been to her home, okay, where she works, and she has a beautiful home. It is virtually on the water. It's got a little park there. She's got a great backyard, great deck overlooking. I mean, when I moved here to Lafayette, I was brand new here, and I loved it, loved the neighborhood. And I said to my neighbor, "Man, this feels like a little piece of heaven." And my neighbor said, "Isn't it?" And I went, "Oh, good." It is
Yeah.
that good. It's kind
Yeah.
of hard to believe, when
Yep.
you really hit a place that you're really happy in, and you wake up every day and you just feel good about where you are and how you're doing business, how you're living. So that's really what life for Stephanie is like, honestly. So if you live in Lafayette like I do, and maybe your kids have moved out and you're looking around at, what else is out there. And because I'll be honest, it blew my mind that 5 doors down from me, they listed a house
Um,
at $8 million. It's dropped down. It hasn't sold yet. But if you're in that ballpark, and that wasn't anything like it when I moved here 25 years ago. So believe me,
Crazy.
you look at the market and you wonder, well, what are my options here? So if you're in that kind of situation, you're looking for options, I would definitely, get on a Zoom call, go over to Benicia if you can, have a greeting meeting with Stephanie, learn more about what she's doing. And what I really want to do is connect networks of uh, prosperous communities, because I just think it's so unfair that the billionaires have just gathered so much money into so few hands and centralized so much wealth, which I'm blessed to be around wealth, but not everybody is. And I just think that is very unfair. To whom much is given, much is expected. So I really feel like at this point in my life, my mission is to help people gain more access to peak performer people, ideas. And one of the things we're really going to get into is the decentralization of wealth and how we can grow a network to make the top people from the top 100 wealthiest communities in America available to other people for their ideas, their knowledge, their maturity, their experience, their wisdom, etc. So I don't mean to be a little disorganized today, but I really got hit by so much stuff that it's hard when you're successful. You know what it does? It drops a bunch of work in your lap. So I'm getting it all organized, and I'm working on that. I do want to get into this format, and one of the things I want it to be is a working. I want this meeting to be a working event, so that I share when I'm more organized. Let me share a little bit more here about Patch. Let me get to, but what I'd like to do is so that people start their day and really, let's go to patch.com and we'll talk a little bit about it. So folks, if you are watching this for the first time, just go to patch.com. That's all you got to do. It is about hyper local news. It's free. There's nothing about it not to like, especially since you're going to see Stephanie, at least if you're in my neck of the woods. And it'll be interesting to see how far out and how many people actually see Stephanie there for her story about empty nesters and sunsets await, as you can see behind her. But let's talk a little bit about Patch, because I did and I've been using classified ads literally for decades. And so you see local events are posted here. Let me see if the new one that I just posted today is up yet. Ba-ba-bum. Okay, I don't see it here yet. I posted it for yesterday, but I've already blasted it out to Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, etc. So why don't you, as just kind of the best way to learn is to teach. So why don't you give people a little overview about what they're looking at and why you decided to run an ad on Patch?
Yeah, I just really don't want to just get pigeonholed to selling in Benicia. I lived more of my years in La Miranda. I grew up in Orinda, and so I've spent way over more than half my life in that area. I've just been in Benicia for 6 years, so being familiar with La Miranda and wanting to sell there, and obviously the home values are quite a bit higher. So I just decided to run a patch ad there, and it clicks through to my website and a video that highlights all the beauty and history of Benicia. And it just sort of is trying to get people to do what I did, which is be an empty nester, raise my kids, and come on out to Benicia and buy a house at about 60-70% less than it is after selling in La Miranda, and come and enjoy the lifestyle here. So I've had quite a bit of success with the ad, and I just would love to have more people like Mike reach out and come experience this place, because there's nothing like it.
Now, when you're just starting off, one thing I love about Patch is try it before you buy it. So they have confidence that they bring a great value, and this is an example of it. So you can go right here. I clicked on classified ads right there. Come here. You click on you can close the ad, and then you can decide, do you want to post your event right here, or you can post a classified ad right there. And the classified ads are really beautiful. You can put in multimedia integration. You can have multiple links. You can have graphics. You can have links to videos. And it's HTML, as you can see right here. So you can just really copy and paste things that you get out of AI. You can say, help me AI describe an event that I want to post into a classified ad, and just describe it very carefully. It's on this day, it's at this time, here's the website, and just go into, let's open up one I like, and that's Perplexity. That's kind of my new love of the day. And there'll be some other site, because again, things are changing so quickly. So you just, and if you're like on a Mac, I tap FN on the corner. I need help generating an ad about an event that I am having for Lafayette residents and anybody that's interested in learning more about artificial intelligence. And I'm going to post it into a classified ad on Patch Media. I want to be able to deploy it out to multimedia integration. And I'd like you to help me to tell the story and create a little ad all about an event called Modern Business News and Stories from the AISuper campus. So generate that ad for me so I can post it for free on Patch.
Wow.
PA. Let's see. Patch News Media.
So this is what you do every morning, Mike, to get ready for your
absolutely.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Every day I ask for help. Everywhere. You name it, and I ask for help. Okay. So this is the first place it's the second place I started asking for help. I do my morning meditations, prayers, etc. And then I come here and ask for more help. So here we go. And now I let the brains of the operation do its work for me. And as you can see, it's generating the ad. So now this is about teaching copy and paste. Now I can obviously edit and customize it and fill in details and how I want to do it. And then I just simply copy and paste it. And I can go right over to Patch after I copy and paste it and just paste it right in here.
So what if it's not an event though, Mike? I understand is this whole storytelling thing and how you're putting that to Perplexity and all that is I get that, but what if it's not an event? What if it's just like you've been saying, wanting to tell a story about the Benicia Beach or, the restaurants downtown Benicia or something? Where would you post that? I mean, I understand like on Instagram and stuff like that, but where would you post that in Patch?
Couple things about that. It's all in your mindset and kind of how you look at things. Okay. So you have the opportunity of running a classified ad. You could post it right in here, or you can go over to events. Now, it's all in the definition of an event. So for me, an event can be virtually anything. It can be an announcement of that you just posted a brand new video on YouTube, or you updated your website with a brand new video. Well, I did movie reviews for CNN. So when a movie is released, when something new is released, that's an event. You have trailers, you have a press promotion for it. You have all kinds of things. So it really is just, again, it's storytelling. It's how you position it. So that's what it's all about. And it's all about the headline. So if there's anything that grabs that headline, I don't care what they're looking for. They're just, people scan USA Today, Wall Street Journal, local newspapers for my ads. They're just reading the paper and they go, oh, what's this about? They see the headline and they call at that time and they get the info kit that we would send them. Well, now, as people could see with Stephanie's ad, her information kit is right there in her ad. So you can just see it and you click on it and then all of a sudden you see her video. That's her information kit. That's her background, because you can't hire Stephanie Maroney to help you with real estate if you don't know her, if you don't know her story. So she's got a great story and she told it. There she is on her boat. But you got to know about it. So there's two sides of it. There is the telling the story and deployment of the story. Those have to go together. And these are my two storytelling paddles, one of which I've just lost. So one of them, it's around here someplace. Here it is.
There's number two.
Okay. This is paddle one. I got to get these organized here. Paddle one is your story. Paddle two is your deployment. So there's two sides of the coin, and they come together into a coin, and there's side one and side two, your story and your deployment. That's just an easy way to kind of see. It's really important to understand both, because I've owned an ad agency since 1988. So I've talked to thousands of clients, and I found over the years that they have a mindset of either being totally focused on the story or totally focused on the advertising and promotion and don't really care about the story. And I found very few really recognized the importance of both. And so that's why I really always had to educate them about whatever one they were focused on, the need for the other side of it uh, to have both sides of it is just vitally important. So that's part of that light bulb going on that day when the clouds part and you go, Hallelujah, and and your light bulb goes on and you're changed forever. I'll never forget when that happened to my client who was a self-described miserable failure before he came to me. And he literally said, Mike, the light bulb went on, and once he did, holy cow, he was a different person. He ran with it. He totally got it and he embraced it and he loved it. And we worked together for years with his energy. And I always, one part I loved about him was that he was a wrestler in high school. And that's kind of how he approached problems. He'd wrestle them and figure out how to beat any challenge or problem that came his way. And we wrestled through some challenges and then we became so successful together that I said to him, okay, we're so successful that other people are going to knock us off. So what we have to do is we have to knock ourselves off. We have to create our own competition. We have to start a new company that is exactly like us, but that we are going to compete with us. So there are now two companies doing exactly what we do. So any competitor will go, oh, there's already another company doing it. And, if I get in, I'll try and get into that market, da, da, da. So what that did is that allowed us to actually get on Home Shopping Network and QVC, and you can't be on both. So that really got us on both. So that was just a good strategy. And these are the strategies that I've learned over the years that I really like to share with people to find out what their problems are. I don't care what it is. I'm a problem solver at heart. And right here, we have this form that you can now fill in to sign up. So if you can't come to these events and meet great people like Stephanie and share your story on YouTube, you can just fill in what do you want to learn. There's simple little questions here at the top of the AI Super Campus. I'll be putting it on Modern Business News so you can tell us what do you want to learn, what do you want me to do stories on, what about AI? Do you like it? Do you think it's your friend or foe? How do you look at it? Do you look at AI being in your near future, in the distant future? Never. Just communicate. That's what we want to do. And I'm trying to get these organized. So today I covered our greeting meeting, and then at 8:30 we're going to talk about deploying our stories. And then at 8:45 I'm going to be talking more about the Great Discovery Network and what that is all about. And that's where I'm going to be posting more of my free courses. So I've been creating a course a day, which is pretty amazing because I'm just super organized and being able to use AI to do a lot of the work. The other thing I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be using AI as my writing staff for Modern Business News to have it help me tell stories like this. Like I created this yesterday. I look at this as like a view from a penthouse of a high rise. And yesterday, this is the news story I created about launching Modern Business News. And we're looking for modern business news leaders who really want to expand. And that I look at I have to tell you a quick story that is happening right now and why I created a super course. Now, every course I create, I call a super course. The reason I do is because it is by design. It is not only about that topic, but I pack into it everything you need to unload that you'll need from wherever you are to get you to the top of the high rise, to the penthouse. So I pack it like, and to use two analogies, like a wagon that you have to fully pack with everything you need to get to where you want to go. Think of a wagon that would join a covered wagon for pioneers to get all the way out west. They had to have in that wagon everything they needed to survive. Likewise, today, up in space right now, are two astronauts in a module, in a fully packed space module. They launched from Earth on a mission they did not expect would not end until possibly February. So they are up in space today. Today is Wednesday, September 11th. Right now, in space, two astronauts in a fully packed space module. And they are surviving. Hopefully, our prayer should all go that they will safely return and complete their journey to the planet Earth and arrive back here home safely because they were in a fully packed module. That's my model for creating a super course with a lot of mini courses inside of it that take you from wherever you want to go to wherever you are to wherever you want to go. And if you don't believe me, these are 8 world-class testimonials from world-class people, like from Fiverr.com, from Meetup, from Sports Byline USA, from world-class thought leaders about the results that I got for them. And that's why I've been successful, because I helped my clients become successful, and those are testimonials. So anyway, that's a little bit about the updates on things that I'm working on. I'm very excited about how it's coming together. It's only going to get better and better and better. That's the way I see it. So that's kind of it. I like to end with kind of inviting people back and giving me a little summary about what you want to get from working together, and how I can help you, and kind of getting your thoughts together, or questions for me about your upcoming events and what we can blend them with. Because what we want to do is we want to maximize every moment of your day. Now, productivity wise, part of this is AI, but part of this is my plan, my system. So I always look for the bullseye, okay? And the bullseye is me. The bullseye is you. This is all about what is inside your mind, your experience, your heart, your job, your business. It all starts there. What we need to do is, how can we deploy that outward so other people know about it? First, we have to capture it on a form of media, and then we have to deploy that form of media outwards. Now, right now, I am using my time between 8 and 9 Pacific time. If Stephanie wasn't here as a drop-in, because she just dropped in today, and I love having her, but if she wasn't here, I'd still be working. I'd be right here talking about the Super Campus for the course I'm going to post. So I am multitasking. I am simulcasting because I'm on Zoom. We're also going to be on multi-platforms, from Zoom to LinkedIn to AI to Alignable, you name it. We're going to be out there. And Stephanie's going to be with me because she's part of this. So I'm going to be taking her with me as I broadcast this out, because she is here. And so if you're watching this on YouTube and you want to drop in on me, challenge me about AI, please, I welcome you. Let's have that discussion. You're going to help me educate people. Your discussion, even arguments, will help me to clarify and learn and teach me. And if I'm missing something here, I try to put in here nothing not to like.
Exactly. So yes, so approachable, and so open to learning and improving. And I mean, that's what I certainly see this as. So thank you. I'm here because I want to be, and I see the potential of what's out there. I still haven't gotten to the top of the penthouse yet, but I'm determined to get there. So I definitely see the potential.
The good news
Click
is,
below.
Yeah, thank you. Perfect. Okay, see, okay, that's the beauty of working with Stephanie. She's a quick study. Okay, so if you got a house to sell, she's going to learn about your house. She's going to learn about your family, your neighborhood, the schools, all of that stuff. She's got what you need up there as a modern thought leader. So, she should be your go-to realtor. Now, let me think about getting people organized to maximize every single thing you are doing in every moment of every day. AI is going to help you to maximize your storytelling, your presentation, and really gathering the best of you to share with the world. And I don't care where you are. Stephanie is on a higher floor in the high rise, and that is a great metaphor and analogy I'm going to be using. She wants to get all the way to the top, to the penthouse. I've been there. I know what it's like, and I know how to get there. And if you want to get someplace, it's important to have a guide. The way I look at it, it is as sure-footed of getting to the penthouse as taking the elevator and pushing the button. You might have to go floor by floor to get everything you need on your way
That's
up there,
fine. That's
but it
fine.
is sure-footed. We know where to go. And it is also a thin green line. Think of that elevator as a green elevator, maybe a green room, whatever. The reason being is this: it is a thin green line. It's green because that's the route to the money. And it's thin
Mhm.
because you can't do just anything you feel like randomly and make money. You just can't do it. I don't care. You have to have control. You have to control over your discipline, over your mind, over your heart, over your thinking. You need mental discipline. And it's important to stay on that track. It will take you there, but it won't if you get off and you walk around, you shop, you go downstairs, you have lunch, you leave, don't leave, whatever. There's all kinds of distractions, all kinds of shiny objects to take you off track.
That's funny.
So it's so important to stay disciplined. That's why I'm here 7 days a week to keep people on track, keep them, guided, moving forward. And that's pretty much it. So we do welcome you to join us. This is our final move of the day, pointing down to putting two
Click.
links down there to from now on the AISuper campus, and also modern business news, a link directly, because that's where the courses of the day will be posted, and that's where we'll be learning more. So I think
Yeah.
that's pretty much a wrap for today.
Hey,
We've
Mike, excuse me,
had
when
our
do you
coffee.
go head off to Oxford?
Oh, on the 23rd. Actually, I don't know if you know Teresa Geringer.
Yeah,
Oh, you do? Cool.
very
Okay.
well.
Okay, cool. Well, she called us and asked us, because she's moved out of Lafayette, asked us if we would throw a party at our house, which is cool. That's how good of a friend she is,
Uh,
that she can call us and ask us to do that. And we love it. Of course, we are, because we're all great friends. We've been really, really great friends for about 25 years. I mean, really great friends.
did you know Mike first, or Teresa through Lafayette politics,
I
or?
knew them both first through a dinner party, and we were. And this is what happened, and this can happen, folks. I'll give you a little learning curve. We were at this dinner party we got invited to. We were the two new people, and there's eight of us, and we were having just such a blast, and we were all so connected. I literally said, "You know what? We were fairly new to Lafayette." I said, "Why don't we all make an agreement here and now that we're going to become really good friends?"
Aw, that's awesome.
I said that. And when you do that, then you go, okay, everybody agreed. And so we all started acting like really good friends to each other immediately. It wasn't kind of cold or tepid, or we were like, if you need something, we're there for you. And that has carried on as really good friends for 25 years.
That's amazing. That is so crazy.
Really, and I advise people, if you see
Yeah.
something, you make an agreement. I would be interested in becoming a really good friend of yours. Okay, just say that to people, and that
Sort
kind
of
of
manifesting. Yeah.
that exactly. So
Yep.
she's coming down for the Art and Wine Festival. We're going to host that party. We're going to have a blast on the 21st. And if you can come by, that would be awesome. But that's not the world. This is for Stephanie. But anyway,
Yeah.
then we're leaving on the 23rd. And then after, I'll tell you the story that I've had in my mind too. My vision after I lost my health, folks, what really my vision to get me kind of back on track was that I would walk down the Champs-Elysees in Paris toward the Arc de Triomphe, and that would be my victory lap
Mm.
overcoming this health setback. Okay, so I thought, you know what I really want to do, because this is the culmination of the victory lap. Not only going to Oxford, that's pretty cool, right? But then go from there over to to Paris, sit in a cafe in the Champs-Elysees, and there with the Arc de Triomphe behind me. I'm a documentarian, guys. Sit down at a cafe with my wife and tell my own story from where I was in the bottom of a dark, dark well, metaphorically, by myself, and how I basically clawed my way out step by step, all with a vision that I would be able to get there because I couldn't even walk. I had to learn how to walk and chew and talk and all kinds of stuff. But someday I would get there, and that's the victory lap. That's the Arc de Triomphe for me. And I'm going to sit down and tell that story with my wife, who will be listening and go, "It's not a lie. It's actually true. Everything he's saying is
Yeah.
true." Right?
Yeah.
And
She was there.
That should be fun. So if I can pull that off, I will be happy. I'll be happy just being there. Anyway, I'm going to let you go.
All right.
All right. Thanks, Stephanie. Thanks for
Thank
being
you.
there.
I enjoyed it. Yeah, absolutely. Really enjoyed it. We'll talk soon.
All right. Thanks. Bye-bye.